Hello, this is Kevin McCauley with the Healthy Omnivore, and I'm back with another episode of 3 Minutes or Less with the Healthy Omnivore. And today I wanted to actually talk to you about path of motion. Path of motion is important because it actually entails a lot of different things, and you have to understand what a joint can do, and then also what the muscles are supposed to be doing. I want to break down 2 specific exercises that are predominantly done in the gymnasium in an incorrect manner, and in the long term they're actually going to cause a lot more detriment than good. So the benefit isn't going to be so great compared to the risk you're actually putting your body through. And that's going to be an improper pull up or pull down and improper shoulder press. So let's just get this out of the way. This is a tough position for the shoulder. Now, if you're pulling to this position, that's bad. But if you're actually pressing from this position, that's a nightmare. I would stay away from this move all the time. There's just nothing good about it. It's called a closed pack position. A lot of tension, a lot of pressure on the connective tissue, and the contractile tissue isn't going to be able to help out. So stay away from this closed pack position if you can. Now, let's go through the easy one. If you're going to actually do a pull down or a pull up, the majority of the muscle fibers are going to be aligned like this. They're not here. The muscle fibers are not going like this. They're lined up at this angle, like 10 to 20 degrees. So you would always want to make sure that if you're actually doing a pull down, you're not pulling straight down to here. We already talked about you never go back here, but you would just lean back 10 to 20 degrees. And then you would actually pull here, because then you have the majority of the muscle fibers lined up. That's where you're going to get your biggest bang for your buck. Now, with the shoulder press, once again, you definitely don't want to go back in this closed pack position, because this move and this move, they're both going to hit the same muscle group, and predominantly the anterior delt. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about. So if you're going to actually say, hey, I want to hit my deltoid, you hit the anterior delt by going over the head, slightly in front. That's this muscle right here. If you want to hit the medial delt, you're going to hit the front, or the anterior part of the medial delt going over the head. But if you want to focus on that specific muscle, you can't just go to here, because once again, the anterior delt's on top. So you actually have to lean forward 10, 20, some people in 30 degrees to get that medial delt on the top. See that? Now, you might be seeing people do the infamous Arnold press. Why? Hits all 3 heads of the delt. Oh, really? Well, if the weight is in my hand and gravity is going this direction, then the load is going like this. So really, the only muscles that are predominantly working there is the anterior delt and the anterior part of the medial delt the entire time. People say, oh, I'll get my medial delt when you go like this. Well, you would be if the load was coming from there with a band. Well, what about the posterior delt? Well, if you want to hit the posterior delt and you're standing, you're going to need to go here. And if it's right in front of you, you need to go here for the posterior delt. So to say that you can hit all 3 delts on a shoulder press is a little bit challenging. But my focus there was you really want to stay away from the exercises that are going to cause problems for your joints. And if you're going to do the exercise, you might as well line up the proper muscle fiber that you actually want to work. Make sense? Okay, well, thank you for visiting me at the Healthy Omnivore, and I'll talk to you next time.